Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy, and we're down here at beautiful Lake Harmony. We just catch the sun heading down over there. A long drive today. Go through the Poconos, and if there's an accident, it is backed up pretty far. Unfortunately, that ended up happening, but we made it down here in plenty of time, be able to get a good night's sleep over here at this beautiful hotel. And then tomorrow we're heading off over to the Allentown Paper Show. Quick little hour drive from here, so it's no problem at all. Really enjoy the view down over here. People are having a lot of fun on the boats and everything like that, as you can see. I know a good friend of the channel, Cool Common, has actually come down here before after seeing these videos and said it was a great time. So tomorrow we got an hour drive ahead of us. We're gonna have a lot of fun over at the Allentown Paper Show. More fun than a person should.
God,
and we'll be showing you lots of great items tomorrow, so meeting up with all of the paper people as well. So we'll see you over at the show tomorrow. Thanks, man. That right there is the line. It is a couple of minutes after. We just opened a minute or two ago. I'm in no rush to get in that line because guess what? The stuff that I buy will still be there when I get in a few minutes from now. We had some great breakfast over here at the Farmers Market again. Went over to the Amish restaurant over there. The sticky bun, although my 3 of my teeth fell out when I was eating it, it was well worth it. Really good. A fried sticky bun. Never had one of those before. It was really good. We're going to head on over there. We're going to show you a whole bunch of video from inside as well. Stay tuned to the end of the video because that's where I always put the coverage at the end of the video with a little bit of talk over showing you the things as well. We got Mrs. Paperguy with us today as well, being the cinematographer. So we're going to head on over to the line today. Oops, somebody doesn't want me doing a video here. Today, basically, of course, as we've said any number of times, you never know what it is you are going to get. But the intention today is to pick up a lot of good stuff for everybody over on Whatnot. So I'm going to be looking for lower priced bulk deals that I can bring over to Whatnot, bring some great treasures to people over there. Of course, if I find some gold cheap, I'm not going to pass that up either. But come on in, we're going to see what is in there at the end of the video. And I will be doing a haul video from the hotel a little bit later showing you the specific treasures that I ended up buying. So, and by the way, if this is the first one of these haul videos you've seen, I've got about 3 or 4 other ones up as well. Do check the haul video playlist. You'll see a lot of great videos from Allentown, Springfield, Ohio, Madison, Bachville, estate sales, just loaded with great finds. So we'll see you inside, and we'll see what treasures we end up finding. And we are here with
Sean Clutnati.
And why am I talking to you?
Well, I am the owner and promoter of the Allentown Paper Show here in Allentown. We do the show twice a year, usually the last weekend in April and then the first weekend in October.
You wouldn't happen to know when the next dates are, would you?
I do. Our next dates are April 26th and 27th of 2025.
Now, I will say this is a great show. You got a really great mix of dealers, and the thing that surprised me the most the first time that I came here is the size of the booths.
Yeah.
The booths are huge.
Yeah.
And if anybody out there is interested in setting up, roughly what does it cost to set up here?
Yeah, I have different size booths, as you said. Some are 13 feet by 10.5 feet. That comes with 3 8-foot tables and a 6-foot table.
Wow, tables included.
Yeah, tables are included, and then generally those have at least one pegboard at the back of the booth. It's $310 for that size booth. I have a 16-foot booth that has 2 8-foot tables in the back and one 8-foot on each side and a 6-foot in the front. That has 2 pegboards with it, and that's $330.
Right.
And then if people really want to get bigger, we have some booths that are 16 by 18.5. We have some booths that have 6 or 7 8-foot tables, and those are just they're priced depending on how big they are.
Right, yeah. And just a crazy mix of things. I did see in here in the nice little collector's program that I'll be saving for 50 years and putting up on eBay in 50 years from now. A lot of dealers. Roughly how many dealers are there here?
I have approximately 170 dealers.
Wow.
They come from around 30 states.
Whoa.
All across the country. And they are here faithfully with just a huge collection of music memorabilia, sports memorabilia, menus, advertising,
Well, you've got
postcards,
like, yeah, postcard alley. I call it.
photograph, yeah, postcard alley, photographs. Photographs are really getting big. Vintage photographs. So you name it, it's pretty much here.
Well, and the thing that I like about the show is you've got every price point. I'm here as a dealer. I walk by. I'm filling up my car on bulk buys.
Yeah.
If you're here, you're looking for that one-of-a-kind piece, that $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 piece. It's potentially here too for your collection. You've got the whole mix of stuff here. It's kind of amazing. How long has the show been going on?
Oh boy, this show's been going on for almost 50 years now. I actually was involved with it back years ago, just helping Porter and
when you were born?
Carry when I was little, carrying things in for dealers and things. I actually bought the show from the previous owner in 2012.
Okay.
So it became my show in 2012, and we've been just rolling ever since. It keeps expanding and growing in the number of attendees. We usually have, well over 1,000 people come through the doors during the course of the weekend, and then, like you said, usually around 170 dealers.
Now, if someone's interested in reaching out to you, do you have contact information?
I do, yeah. They can reach out to me a couple of ways. My email is allentownpapershow@gmail.com.
Hey, wait, and this is the Allentown Paper Show.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, yeah. And then my direct phone number is 610-573-4969. So again, that's 610-573-4969. I'd love to talk with folks about booth space and where we're at. We were actually sold out for this show, so I might end up having a waiting list. We'll see.
That's a good problem to have, though.
Yes.
And the other nice thing, though, is this is located right down in the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Great food over there. If you've not checked out the farmer's market, definitely do. Unbelievable
absolutely.
deals over there, just great. And I'm assuming there's a lot of, we stay up in the Poconos, but I'm assuming there's a lot of lodging very close because we're right in downtown Allentown.
Yeah, there's a lot of lodging over near, well, there's Dorney Park, the amusement park. There's several hotels there. Near the Lehigh Valley Airport, there's a lot of hotels over that way. Many of the hotels will give discounts.
Oh, really?
They stopped giving discounts for the paper show during COVID.
Right.
But now that we're kind of on the other side of that, they're beginning to give discounts again. So it helps people a little bit with lodging.
Definitely, and it's definitely worth coming down to. Like I said, you'll see I picked up a lot of great deals so far, which you're happy to hear as
Absolutely.
well. You'll see that there in this video as well. Just a great show, and I do want to thank you for your time. Do
Absolutely.
reach out, and again, the show is April and October every year. Really worth coming down to. I do a 4.5 hour drive every year, and it's well worth it for me. If you're within, I'd say, a 6-7 hour drive, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
And I would believe there's probably a local airport as well.
Oh yeah, there's a local airport. I have people coming in from all over the place. I was just talking with a guy who came in from Russia a little bit ago.
Whoa.
So yeah, I have people coming from all over the place. They're flying in. The other thing we do, if it helps, is if you pay for admission on Saturday, we give you a second day admission free, so you can come back on Sunday. And a lot of people find there's too many booths to go to in one day, so that helps people too.
And another thing, I don't want to undersell your dealers here, but there are a number of dealers out there who would rather sell it than pack it.
Yeah.
Because they know there's another show coming up at some point, and they can bring new inventory to it. And so you come around on Sunday with some money and be like, hey, well, how about if I take it all? How about if I take it all?
There you go.
Deals are out there as well. So it is a great show. I do want to thank you for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
See you back at the hotel. Okay, we are back. $759. It was a very odd show. A couple of dealers that are usually there that I can deal with were not there. And a couple of other dealers that I deal with did not have the same stuff that they usually have there. It was an odd show there overall. I was able to spend $759, so obviously there was some stuff there. First, I want to give a shout out to subscriber Cool and Common. He did pick up these couple of things over here. If you see things like this, these are called Platinum Age comic books. I happen to need both of them, regular fellers and Bringing Up Father. He wanted 100 on and gave me a deal 85. Needed both of these, so that's pretty cool. Picked up these over here. Guy wanted $2 each on these over here, Coronet magazines. And he says, if you're interested, $12 for all of them. They're certainly not hot sellers by any means whatsoever, but they do have some great content inside of them. And at that price, I'm paying under $1 each, Coronet and Pageant. So if you can pick them up for that price, they will sell. I'll probably be bringing these over to Whatnot. I'll be checking for some good content for you as well. So that cannot argue with that price. It was actually funny. The guy had a pile of them, that many of them. And he says, if you want the pile, $6. And as I was checking out, he goes, I thought I had another pile. I go, you do on the other side. I said, I kind of didn't want to let you know because I was afraid you might sell me for $6 the other pile. He goes, I will. So I ended up buying them over there. $1 a piece. We've talked about these things in the past. These are great with the great photos inside. You always want to buy things like this when you see them out there for $1 a piece. There was a dealer there, had some good stuff, would not deal whatsoever. Not even certain what I bought. 150 old theater programs, $240. A lot of neat stuff in there when I was taking a quick look through. One item in there, which again, I just took a quick enough look through to make sure there's enough stuff in there. You're paying about $1.50 a piece, $1.60 a piece. Was marked $80. So it's old dealer stock that she was trying to get rid of. I said, do you have room? She goes, nope. She goes, I do not give a deal on these things over here. They're good enough to start with. I know there's money to be made in this. I don't even know what I bought over here. For those of you who are on the membership side, I'll go through this stuff and give you a little deeper dive into the stuff. So if you're not a member, you should probably become one. You can get even better thing. $2 for this over here. This will be going over to Whatnot. How awesome is that? Always popular creature from the Black Lagoon. Guy had this over here. He wanted $300, and we know that I generally do not dicker with people. I just don't. Just a little too tight. About 21 items. I got him down to $240. He wouldn't go down any further. Journal of Borderland Research, Flying Saucer Review, Round Robin of Borderland Research. It will happen in February. All UFO stuff from the 50s and 60s. Again, paid more than I liked to pay. Ended up paying about $12 a piece on those. You just don't see that stuff. Just great stuff. Gentleman had these for $2 a piece. And he says, I'll give you a deal if you want them all, if you want the whole box. I said, yep, let's do a deal. I have never seen these in all the years I've been doing this. I went around to a couple of different dealers. They had never seen these either. Armed Forces, basically TV guides for the Armed Forces. Great covers at $1 a piece. This is an incredible deal. Just great covers throughout. So nice buy right over there. Cannot argue with that. A lot of dealers out there, the high-end dealers, love Rolex. I'm a little lower end. I have Bolex. That's right, Bolex. I just had to show that to you because it made me laugh. Bolex. $1 on this though. Great little camera catalog from the 1940s. You cannot go wrong with that. Hey, Bolex. I think I bought a watch, a Bolex one time at a flea market for $12, so you can't argue with that. $1 a piece. The gentleman had this pile of stuff over here. I went through it. I don't generally buy old boxes, but for $1, I'll buy a box, older box there, so you'll be seeing stuff like that there. Another one here, I don't know what I bought. The guy wanted $85. I talked him down to $75. These are old advertising things. Just neat items over here. This stuff will be coming over to Whatnot at some point soon. Not even sure. Oh, there was a Superman piece in there. Superman pen. Just neat stuff. This will be coming over to Whatnot. I bought enough of this stuff over here. The whole pile right there was $75. I can make some money over on Whatnot. If you happen to love that advertising, that is for you. $1 and $2, not best shape by any means whatsoever, but they're the old Marvel or Atlas horror comics. There's two of them, $1 and $2. Again, I figured coverless they're worth a couple of bucks anyway, and you don't find that stuff out there, so had to buy that. Last couple of items over here. One guy over here, assorted movie, TV, entertainment magazines, $5 for all. I don't know how many there are in there. I'm buying enough of them there for $5 that I can bring them to you at Whatnot for $3 a piece. You get great deals. I get great deals. As they sit, they're going to go over to Whatnot. So that is great. Last couple of items over here, just more stuff. And again, I'll be going through this. And if you are on the premium side, I'll do a deeper dive into it. Dealer over there, Craig from East Coast Auctions. You've seen him on the channel before. most of the stuff he had there was on consignment. So we couldn't really do a good deal because it was on consignment. But 3 or 4 people looked at this pile of stuff. And as they're looking at it, he goes, $1 a piece or $10 for the pile. I said, Craig, I don't even know what you're selling over there. I'll take this for $10. He goes, you're going to make money. I said, well, it's kind of the whole point. So I don't know. I think there were 31 items or something like that I paid $10 on. Look at these. Top secret. These are all for video games. And he said, here, let me just show you. And so he just grabbed the top one off of there, one of these Dungeons and Dragons. He's showing it's going for $25 to $30 by itself. I said, yeah, I know I'm getting a great deal. It's like, you already made the sale. You don't have to make the sale a second time, and we laughed. But again, when you know a dealer that's just looking to move stuff, see what he's got, buy it off on, and again, for $10 for that entire pile, that's a fairly good deal. Might be the best deal that I got out there. So some great stuff in there as well that'll be able to be sold. So hopefully you like that. Coming up at the end here is going to be an interview with the promoter, and will be the show footage as well, a little bit of talk over. Fun show, spent almost $800, got a bunch of stuff. Again, a weird show, a lot of prices were all over the place. People that wanted the stuff gone, it was gone. People that didn't. And talking to a lot of dealers, they moved a lot of merchandise yesterday to other dealers. So stuff moving dealer to dealer was definitely going on yesterday, big time. The one dealer said he does half of his sales, 50% of his sales, first day to other dealers. So kind of interesting. Fun show. And we are going to be getting this all up. And if you are on the premium side, you'll see another video. If you're not, come on over. You'll see some great videos over there as well. And we'll see you next video. And here we are inside with the promised footage. Got a lot of footage today. A lot of great dealers throughout as well. Again, as we said in the interview, these booths are high. There I am talking with a gentleman that I actually was talking with in the line. He was asking if I was interested in some magazines, and I said, yeah, certainly. Check, find me a little bit later, and I'd be interested. He must have sold them to somebody else because he was selling on behalf of a friend, so he never ended up finding me. No big deal. Nothing I really needed. Radio magazines, as a matter of fact. But I would have bought them had he brought them to me, because I know those are good over on Whatnot. Yeah, that's the postcard stuff there on the side. So I end up skipping those first few dealers, and then we're into the little place here where I do find a lot of dealers. As you can see, people are walking slowly throughout. There we go. Finally, a little opening and going for the touchdown. A lot of great stuff. Look at the nice stuff up on the wall there with the pegboards that they were talking about that you can get. And again, the tables are also provided, as we were told in the interview. But again, you can just see the size of these over here and the fine stuff that is exhibited. And a lot of the dealers do have their specialties. You'll have some people that are just primarily sports. You'll have a couple of people that are just books. You'll have a few people that are, or quite a few people that are just postcards. In fact, Postcard Alley, which we'll probably see a little bit later, is what we end up calling that. People like Popeyes, good friend of the channel, he'll get stuck over in Postcard Alley for most of the day, as a matter of fact. And again, having done this a few years, I know where a lot of the dealers are located at. And I did grab the program and check it out afterwards as well, which is really nice. When you first walk in, as a matter of fact, there's the program, and it'll list all the dealers' names, and it will list where they're from. So once you've established, hey, I know that dealer, you can just check and say, oh yeah, he is here, he is there. Which makes it a lot easier for year after year for the travels. There was a lot of Halloween stuff out today, of course, as well. We're at the beginning of October as the show is going on, and the people will be wanting the Halloween stuff. Always popular year round, but especially this time of year. Just a lot of other great stuff there. Now, that gentleman there didn't fill all of his tables. That was kind of interesting, and an interesting place for chairs. Most of the chairs are over at the postcard area, and the reason why is because people will all sit down and go through the boxes one by one. A lot of great posters over here as well. Nothing I would be interested in, though, because selling online only, those would not be easy to ship out. Here we are, yet another dealer over here. And again, you can see that's it's fairly well attended at this point. This is right after opening, and it's fairly well attended a few minutes after opening, which is a nice thing as well. You can still walk around because it is a huge location. That gentleman there, everything you saw right there on the table is $5 each. I did not dig through it. I'm sure there's some really good treasures. There's a lot of stuff from turn of the century, late 1800s. Here's one of the postcard dealers just kind of off on his own. I've bought from that gentleman before, but I just did a quick look. A lot of old sheet music as well. A little pinup stuff as well. Everybody always loves pinup stuff. I've bought from that other dealer before, but paying $5 each for sheet music that I don't know about, I'm just not going to do that. If I had more time, I probably would have gone through it a little closer. But again, it is a large show, 200 plus dealers. So you got to kind of, a rookie mistake would be to go and just look through that stuff only. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? That would definitely be a rookie mistake. So when you come to the place, you got to kind of pace yourself. You got to kind of have an idea what all is there. Because again, that is something that I've seen a lot of people do at various shows in the past, is they get started and the first few dealers, all of a sudden, before you know it, another pinup, a lot of pinup stuff today. Before you know it, they are an hour in and they've gone through 4 tables. And suddenly they realize, hey, wait, I have 197 more tables to go through. And it's going to take me 3 days at the rate that I'm going. And then they begin to speed it up. Whereas if you've been through it a few times, you can say, yeah, I just checked that dealer. Yep, I'll just check that dealer. And you hit the main dealers that you definitely do want to see. So that's kind of an insider tip there on how to handle a show of this size. Almost take it in and go to the dealers that you know and do a quick walk by, taking a quick look by the other dealers. And you can always come back for stuff. Now, obviously, if somebody's got stuff that catches your eye as you're walking by, then it's going to be a different story. And like I said, 2 rooms, and that there is into the second room over there as well. And I definitely want to thank Mrs. Papergoy. A lot of great footage. Her doing this definitely gave me the ability to shop some more as well. There's the pegboard there, so next time you are going to be coming on by, you can get that for your booth. Gentleman over there, right there to the left. Nope, I'm going through the wrong door. Then other door, when you go through, the gentleman actually flew there from Las Vegas, and I bought the UFO stuff from that other gentleman just down the other way. We're heading on down this way. I believe right there in the yellow, you just saw there in the yellow, I believe that was Cool and Common, a good friend of the channel as well. A lot of little posters as well. Now, like that right there would have been a table that I walked through very quickly because I don't deal in that kind of stuff. Had the quick little chop there. Mrs. Papergoy probably stopped and talked to somebody because a few people did come on up and talk to her as well, recognize her from the channel, which is really awesome. And again, I do want to thank all of the subscribers that came up and saw us. Definitely do appreciate that as well. A lot of stuff there. You got the photos, you got the wedding photos, and you just got dealer after dealer there. And we're heading on into the postcard area. That entire row, both sides. It's actually 2 whole rows of postcard stuff. So that's kind of a lot of stuff there as well. And again, if you deal in anything paper, you absolutely need to come to this show. Just giving you an idea here of the stuff that is there. Let's head on through again. More postcards, it looks like. And it looks like the dealers, I don't know if the dealer is looking through their own stock or if the dealer is looking through other people's stocks. Because as I mentioned a little earlier, the dealers do a lot of dealing amongst themselves as well. Whether it's that I have a buyer for it, or I just know this is a really good deal, or it's something I specialize in. Whatever the case happens to be, the dealers do a lot of their own stuff. I think we just saw some arrowheads and stuff like that. The gentleman there was a lot of Native American stuff. So not exactly ephemera per se, but there is a little bit of that stuff as well. So a lot of great stuff, and so many dealers, so much stuff. Very overwhelming show without a doubt. And again, we're only a few minutes after, so look at that Ziggy Stardust. How cool is that? We're only a few minutes after, so dealers, although they were set up and they were able to set up the day before, they're still making the last minute adjustments to their booth. Definitely, like, oh, I thought that was out. Oh, I thought. And they're changing things as well. Now, I know I've mentioned in the past that there was one dealer here that in the past had some original artwork that I was interested in. That was not there today. And every time I walked up to talk to him, he was talking to somebody else. So I said, oh, well, he must have sold the stuff. Doesn't really matter. Would have made money on it, but it would have taken quite a while to
to make the money off of it. So I was like, yeah, no big deal. Didn't need the stuff as far as that goes. And that's another advantage is, as we've talked about on the station or the channel, if you don't need the stuff, you are definitely at an advantage. Saw some nice old Wheatie boxes there as well. Just everything. Just everything you'd possibly want. Oh, and even restrooms. There we are. We're walking along the back row now, as a matter of fact. There were a couple of good dealers around the back row that I bought a lot of stuff from as well. And again, the dealers tend to be at the same spot year after year. So that's another thing also to remember, is if the dealer is at the back corner, he's probably going to be at the back corner again. If he's in the first row, generally speaking, he's going to be in the first row. You got the Black Americana, the Judge. I mean, look at that stuff there. Nice stuff right over there, definitely. Now, it's priced a little higher than I would want to pay, but still some nice stuff for the collector. And again, as a dealer, I got to pay a little bit less because I'm going to be flipping it to the end user. But if you're an end user, look at that stuff. Just absolutely gorgeous stuff right over there. Yep, now we're walking down the other far aisle. And we basically walked from one end of the show to the other. We've skipped a couple of aisles, but kind of just giving the idea of how large it is there. And of course, buying magazines and collections. As I noted earlier, the gentleman I was talking to, oh, look at those. The gentleman wow, Mr. Magazine were there, he'd want that. The gentleman I was talking to earlier had brought some magazines to sell as well. So if you do set up as a dealer, you will get some opportunities to purchase from the public as well. A lot of people, I didn't see a lot of people carrying the stuff around. What I suspect they do is suspect they leave it in the car and then they gauge your interest. Obviously, they don't want to carry around 3 boxes and nobody wants to buy it from them. Oh, the nice gentleman right over there got some nice stuff as well. Have talked with him year after year as well. Just going to head on down over here. Got another couple of minutes worth of footage here, so hopefully you enjoy it. Look at those. Just nice stuff right over there. And again, too big for me to ship, but still, one looked like it would fold, so I guess I could ship that. But great stuff if you're looking for something or other for your men's cave or whatever as well. Just a lot of nice stuff over here. And it is interesting, like this row over here is a little bit busier and the other row there was not nearly as busy. So it's just interesting. It's kind of because everybody came in the show and everybody hasn't kind of worked their way around yet. So there's still packets of people just from the way they all came in together. But over time, it kind of breaks up to where you don't have a lot of people at any given point, so you'll be able to walk through pretty easily, which is key, because I've been at shows like the Comic Con, and that is not fun because you're not capable of looking through anything just because there's far too many people there. We're going to head on down this aisle over here. We've not seen this row before, so even more stuff. And again, a lot of people are definitely using, oh wow, look at that. A lot of people are definitely using the pegboard as well in the back. So if you are interested in being a dealer, definitely give a shout out. He gave his contact information a little bit earlier. Look at that. Poster sale. Peace. Nice stuff over there as well. See, and I'll be honest, this is the first time I'm seeing that table because I would have walked right by it. And that is same thing with this stuff over here. I would have just literally walked right by it and not taken a second look at it because it isn't what I deal in. So don't feel bad if you are a specialist dealer, you're a postcard dealer, you probably never noticed this stuff as well. You get so laser focused in what you're dealing with that you just walk right by tables like that and just ignore it. And I do exactly the same thing. So that's a normal reaction. You're not going to be able to sit down and see every item at this show. Just not going to be possible. Far too much stuff. So hopefully you've enjoyed this nice long walk through of the stuff. Blot it out. That's a cool, very, very cool poster right over there. And a lot of interesting stuff there. And we're going to be heading on home now. And I want to just kind of give you a quick little view. And thank you, Mrs. Papercoy, again. Give you a quick little view of what the drive home was. This literally happened basically at the New York-Pennsylvania line. And the drive-in you're going to see momentarily, yep, this was 48 miles. 48 straight miles of this, sometimes a little bit more fog than this, and sometimes a little bit less. 48 miles of fog. Always something. Thanks, everybody. Like and subscribe.